Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls. Welcome for another edition of my NFL picks for Week 8. Now, before I give you my picks on Week 8, I'll tell you, everyone out there who's listening, how I did in Week 7. Now, for the first time, after all these freaking weeks, I finally figured out my wins and my losses on these picks. So here goes. I got 9 right and 6 wrong in week 7. Hopefully, I do a lot better in week 8. So, speaking of week 8, tonight for Thursday Night Football, the Carolina Panthers versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa. I'm going with Carolina. Next matchup, the Detroit Lions in Detroit versus the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going Dallas. Next matchup, the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City versus the Cleveland Browns. I'm going Kansas City. Next matchup, Tom Brady and the New England Patriots in New England. I'm going with New England versus the Miami Dolphins. Next matchup, Drew Brees and company, New Orleans Saints in New Orleans versus the Buffalo Bills. I'm going New Orleans. Okay, next matchup, the Philadelphia Eagles and Philly versus the New York Giants. I'm going with a huge upset, the New York Giants. They finally won a game last Monday night against the Minnesota Vikings. Let's see if they go 2-0. Okay, next game, the San Francisco 49ers versus the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville. I'm going with the Niners. Next matchup, the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati versus the New York Jets. 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 Once again, I'm going the Jets. I picked them last week over the Patriots, and I was freaking right. About time. Okay, next matchup, the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Oakland Raiders. In Oakland, I'm going with the Steelers. Next matchup, the Denver Broncos in Denver versus the Washington Redskins. I'm going Denver. Let's see if they can bounce back for that amazing game against the Colts last Sunday night. Okay, next game, the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona versus the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going with Arizona. Upset in the making. Okay, for Sunday Night Football, the Green Bay Packers, the Cheeseheads, whatever you want to call them, versus the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. I'm going with Green Bay. Now, for Monday Night Football, Seattle Seahawks versus St. Louis Rams in St. Louis. I'm going with Seattle. So those are my picks for week 8 plus. Those are my recap for week 7. Now the teams that I did not mention, they have a bye week. That means they're off. They're going to recuperate and get ready for the upcoming game. So that's about it. It's going to suck. No Bears game this upcoming week, but I'll find a way to watch other NFL games that will be televised. Usually they're not televised because the Bear game's always televised in my area. So that's about it. Thanks for listening, and let me know who you gonna pick, who's gonna win in week 8. So I'm out here. Thanks for listening. This is your friend here, Team Rai. Goodbye, and go Bears. I know they're banged up, but I'm never ever gonna give up on my team. Hell no. Team Rai, sign off. Goodbye.